But RagnaroK is
He's actually not the best, though. I mean,
his ZVP is very suspect right now.
I may even be overestimating him, to be honest.
He did very well against Terrence in the SSL, but this is a completely different matchup. So, and he did lose to Super before in GSL Code A. So, we'll just have to see what happens. But Ruins of Seras is a very large map.
Like we've said before, I mean, in one game, I mean, anything can happen. You can do something crazy. You can cheese him out. But very good chance we could go to game number 5 here as well.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're probably going to go to the ace match here today. CJ against Afreeca.
The ace match.
I love ace matches. When they released, when they changed the format in Pro League for ace matches, it got me really wiggly and jiggly because it kind of changed the way that you had to approach Pro League, having the chance to play one of your best, any player that you want, any player that's even played already. So you can play your best player twice. Change the dynamic of Pro League, and I really love what Pro League provides in that ace match.
Yeah, we are waiting to go into the next game. I don't believe one of our players has joined the lobby. I'm not sure if there's been a delay, but sit tight. We'll be figuring out what exactly is going on in just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy to see the Afreeca Freaks playing well, doing a good job. Afreeca, of course, the host network for the GSL, which I'm sure most of you, if you're watching here now, are familiar with. It's going to be, it's really cool to see that they're actually here supporting esports and supporting Starcraft too. We don't have these tournaments, these programs. Oh, hold on.
Looks like we've all predicted RagnaroK to win. So poor Billowy here.
Well, I mean, I wanna have good results for my predictions. I like looking smart.
I like having a high percentage of prediction rate.
We're tied for second, right?
I think we've had pretty much similar. Oh no, I think you're beating me because you did get that TY solo match. We'll have to see.
That's tasteless for you, man. You got to watch out. All right. So RagnaroK against Billowy. Now Billowy, he's not bad. He's just not like a superstar amongst these other players. But RagnaroK, I'd say he's almost in the same tier system.
Yeah, we see the record for RagnaroK, 1 win and 1 loss. You have to remember though, last season he did join CJ, and it was quite late in the season.
We see on the Pentagon graph, it's actually going to be the trapezoids here.
Yeah,
they're low on talent.
These past 2 games have been pretty trapezoidy in terms of their coaches believing in their skill level. I mean, that's pretty rough talent-wise for Billowy, actually.
Well, I mean, I think, I can appreciate it because it's kind of honest. Anyways, it's going to be a ZVP here. We already have seen Protoss have a little bit of difficulty now with the patch changes, coping with how Zerg can attack them. Not saying it's imbalanced, not saying it's unfair, just saying clearly with the changes, the race that's been changed the most does have to adapt. Our map is going to be Ruins of Seras.
Seras,
is that how you say it? Ruins of Seras? Okay, I'll say Seras. Tasteless never learned how to read. Sorry, guys. These maps have wonky names this season. Anyways, this is game number 4. Billowy against RagnaroK. Let's go. All right, let's go. And hopefully this is not our last game today. Hopefully we do go to game number 5. Anyways, over here is RagnaroK. And up here is Billowy.
So we got vertical spawns here.
Wasn't there like a... Hold on a second. I'm having a hard time with this headset. I don't know if it's the shape of my head. I don't know if my mom dropped me on the head a bunch as a baby and I'm just finding it out now. It keeps popping off. Okay, I think I got it on. Anyways.
Your thoughts?
Is Billowy the name of a famous goat? Does that sound familiar? Billowy?
No, I think it's just Billy the goat. Not Billowy the goat.
Well, there's Billy goats.
Oh, there's Billy goats,
There are Billy goats. They're not necessarily famous goats.
I am not a goat
I don't know how many
expert.
celebrity Billy goats there are, but the question I'm asking here, GTR, is isn't there like the name of a goat named Billowy somewhere like in a cartoon or something?
Well...
I got nerds Googling this right now.
Yeah.
See what I've done here, guys? I've outsourced this.
I'm not a goat.
I've outsourced this to you, and you can tweet at me.
At Call Me Tasteless, I am GTR1H. Let us know if Billowy is indeed a name of a goat that is very famous.
I seriously, I thought there was like a cartoon I heard some point in time. I don't know. If not, you know, maybe we can find a goat. We can, you know, name him Billowy. We can make him famous. We can fill this void that hasn't been, you know, set up yet. I love talking to you like this, GTR, because I just look at you and you have no idea how to respond to me.
Well,
You're just like, you are crazy and I don't know what to say. And I'm just looking at this and I'm saying the cybernetics core is not done yet and I have nothing else to say about this.
Well, I am going to admit I am not a goat expert, so I have no idea about goats.
Oh, I'm not either. If I was, I would have had the answer, but, you know, that's okay. I'm just trying to make you feel as uncomfortable as possible while you're very early on in your esports casting career.
Well, it's best that I gain this unfamiliarity, this uncomfortability.
We're going into uncharted territories. Yes. That might be out of the comfort zone for a lot of other casters. So, we're going with this cybernetics core now. Let's see, is it going to be an adept made right away?
Let's see what he decides to do here. He's actually quite short on resources right now, and I think he's saving up for a Stalker, actually. No, he's an adept. He's an adept, my bad. As we see Speedlings going down for RagnaroK, and looks like these Speedlings are going to try and find this probe that was scouting before.
Okay. We have seen Zergs do some aggression early on. I don't know if we're going to see it just here. In this case, it's going to be 3 base. Zerg can still be a little bit aggressive on 3 base, just not as quickly as they could if they were on 2 base. For the Protoss player, we see a Stargate coming here. The typical build is for them to make an Oracle, and I think we can assume he's going to do that since he made the Stargate in the front. If they go for Phoenixes, sometimes they hide it to try to surprise the Zerg later on, and obviously it's not well hidden if it's out at the entrance of your base.
Something I was going to mention before you distracted me about the goat talk was note that these vertical spawns, it means that RagnaroK can expand across the map rather than above the map. So especially on a large map like Ruins of Seras, it's going to be really easy for him to take these bases at the bottom.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, with that in mind, GTR, he's expanding away from his opponent, which is something that Zergs would always like to do ideally.
As we see, Phoenix is actually going out instead of that Oracle play from Billowy.
16 lings.
I think we're going to see what we saw.
I love it.
Game 2.
Let's do it.
But Billowy has prepared appropriately for this. He's getting a lot of adepts. He's getting Phoenixes for this.
Oh, get in.
Look,
no, get in.
No,
There's no more time to waste. Get in the goddamn Overlord. Okay. Now, he did bait that Phoenix into the upper left. Oh.
I'm pretty sure if these were...
Dun, dun, dun.
He sees it, but will he prepare appropriately? I'm pretty sure if he did not see the this vertical spawns, he would have not done this strategy. But seeing these spawns, he's taking a book from Byo, and we'll see how Billy reacts to this.
All right, he's coming down now. Now, remember, you know, Phoenixes are not handy against Mass Lakes.
Nice.
In fact, he's hitting the entrance here right now.
He's spreading Billowy really thin right now. He should be sniping that Nexus.
Oh man, Billowy is getting shreked. You're not even going to get to play the game for real, son.
Billowy has no idea how to counteract this, actually.
Oh my god.
Like, these Phoenixes are not enough for the amount of Zerglings that are on the map.
Oh, and he's just going to drop it all right here. He's saying, let's do this. I think the Phoenixes are going to have to pick up the Queens here.
Oh, I think that was a really bad approach there from RagnaroK, though. He picks up those Queens, so those Queens can't even do anything right now, and the Queen actually survives. We'll see if it actually gets transvision up.
You know what? The Phoenixes are actually fine against this because it's the Queens that actually help in holding this.
I think
it's actually a worker's lead, by the way, right now for Protoss.
I think RagnaroK just overextended there. He thought he could have taken that game
RagnaroK
with the drop on the army, but
not everybody can do the cheese.
No,
oh, he's gonna get this too. Not even all the links come out. That's so good.
Yeah, RagnaroK in a really tough position right now. I felt like he should have just stayed in that main base, sniped that Nexus off, and forced Billowy into a really uncomfortable position with that one Nexus, but got way too greedy there, overextending, trying to finish the game by killing off the army, but looks like Billowy has enough Phoenixes to do a lot of damage, and remember those Queens with that army did get taken out, and these Phoenixes are going to have free reign across the bases of RagnaroK.
Okay, well, the problem right now is that, oddly enough, Zerg's having to play catch-up. Let's not forget he sent 3 Queens with that. which means there's less anti-air for the Phoenixes, which means this could even snowball for the Zerg. The Phoenixes might be too powerful because the strategy was completely shut down here by Billowy.
Yeah, we can see huge supply lead, 72 to 48 in favor of Billowy, and I think it's going to be really hard for RagnaroK to come back into this game, even though he is on 3 base. If I look at the work accounts right now, it is 42 pros to 36 drones, and that is not good for the Zerg.
No, it is not, GTR. It is not. The Lings are going to kind of try to come in and counterattack, but they get denied.
Yeah, RagnaroK is in a really tough spot right now.
I think he can keep incrementing out Phoenixes. I think he will always have just enough energy to keep... He will, oh, I'm sorry, I bumped my mic away. I probably sound like I was across the room. He will always have just enough energy to continue to make Phoenixes and possibly keep picking up Queens.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
By the way, he's playing very, very safe here.
Yeah, he's taking that third base. He's not deciding to push his advantage. Or he is pushing his advantage further by taking another base.
Yeah.
But he's still harassing with these Phoenixes, which is really cool from Billowy. And he's just, that Phoenix count is going to keep going further and further increasing.
As you can see now, the third base, there's no way that Zerg can even attempt to contest this. He's sending down the Adepts right now, which I think is great.
I think these, I think these Adepts with these Phoenixes are going to do a lot of damage if Billowy does a good job with his control here. As RagnaroK's trying to get Roaches out, but I don't think Roaches are the appropriate counter to this right now.
Yeah, look at this. He's got the Adepts over here, and actually the Roaches can be picked up. I think this game is actually about to end.
Yeah, I think this is just too many Phoenixes out for Billowy. Oh, excuse me. There's too many Roaches, Phoenixes out for Billowy, and these Zerglings can't do anything. And these Roaches are taking a while to hatch out.
Yeah, RagnaroK's. It just didn't work, man. This is when cheese goes bad.
Yeah.
Now he's just continuing to use his Adepts to shade through wherever he can go. Does look like maybe actually RagnaroK can hold this.
RagnaroK can hold this, but Billowy is taking his third quite freely right now. And once that third base...
Look how many Roaches he's getting for free.
Yeah, and this is a lot of Phoenixes on the map for Billowy right now. And I don't think there's any tangible damage that RagnaroK can do to get back into this game.
Yeah, that's the real problem, is that right now, it's supply-wise and income-wise, it's like Billowy was the Zerg this game. He's going to go for a Hydralisk Den. I guess that's nice, but is it going to be enough?
Is it going to be enough is the question that we are asking right now. Is we see RagnaroK re-droning up. He's actually catching up on a work supply, actually, 63 to 62 in favor of Billowy, but these Phoenixes, they're doing quite a bit of damage. They're picking off as many units as they can. But soon enough, we're going to see Billowy do a huge push with his ground units.
Okay, so yeah, the next phase of the attack is coming here. We're going to have Immortals incorporated into this. He's got a lot of, I've actually lost count of how much these Phoenixes have done damage-wise. It's becoming a little bit ridiculous. The Hydras coming out should eventually force them out, but Protoss is going to be gearing up for a serious attack.
Yeah, as we see that War Prison being built at the robotics facility for Billowy. These Zerglings trying to get in, but really nicely plays Zealot there for Billowy, just stopping him from, stopping RagnaroK rather from getting into the base and doing further damage.
And Gateway up in the nick of time.
Got supplies as well, and looks like Billowy is just posturing for a big attack here with these Phoenixes and Immortal Adept army.
Okay, so he's going to send the Adepts forward, and then he's going to have the rest of these Immortals and the Sentries come in here. He's going to get right behind and right on top of him, actually, beginning to pick up as many of these Hydras as he possibly can.
Looks like this is going to be the final battle for Billowy here, as these Phoenixes... Wait, whoa, slash! Oh, that must be an error there from Billowy, but GG!
You know what, for just a second, I thought he actually wrote that face.
And he's probably like, oh no, I accidentally typed slash. Oh. But congratulations to Afreeca Freaks taking out that series against CJ 3-1. Really honestly though, I think that was more fault of RagnaroK overextending too much.
You look at Billowy, he's like, I can't believe I won that game. He just held the cheese. Great job there by Billowy. The Afreeca Freaks have won our second match here tonight.
Wow, I still can't get over the fact that RagnaroK, he had that game. There was no doubt about it. If he just sat at the main base, just sat there with those queens and zerglings, sniped off the
No,
nexus.
you know what? I don't know. I don't think so, actually, when I look at it. I mean, initially I was thinking, oh, this wouldn't be as effective, but I think because he had it up at depths, I think if he just picks up the queens, he actually wins.
So you think that that attack there
so.
from Ragnar just failed in general, regardless of the outcome of what he did?
I do. I'm not sure if that is effective. Now, wait, what was the tech for the last game we saw where that happened? Where it was Biel did it? What was the tech for Protoss? I don't know why I can't remember this. I just casted this like an hour ago.
I think he got an Oracle instead of the Phoenix first.
He got an Oracle. Now, I thought the Oracle would be better, but then I think about it in retrospect, and I'm totally wrong because 3 queens would gun down the Oracle, right?
But the Phoenix can lift up those queens.
Yeah, there's enough Phoenixes they can lift up the queens and remove them, and then the Adepts can actually do damage, whereas the Oracle can't really directly engage the queens. So I think that actually handles that perfectly. Also, there's a debate about, you know, where do the Lings get in and what are they attacking. Maybe it's better to split it. He decided to attack everything at once. Maybe it would have been, maybe if he stayed in the main, it would have been a different story, but just looking at how one-sided the hold was for that, and the fact that that's 3 less queens. Excuse me, my voice is already getting hoarse here on day number 2. That's 3 less queens back in your 3 bases. So then the Phoenixes come down, and I mean, it wasn't even just the hold that was scary, it was the counterattack with the Phoenixes. There were queens attempting to be pumped out, not just for Larva and Jex, but also as anti-air, and he just managed to pick up with each of those queens. The Phoenixes, he guns him down. There you go.
Well, if Billowy is indeed the MVP for this game between CJ and Afreeca, I'm really curious to see what he has to say about that game, but we see the results of today. CJ enters surprisingly.
By the way, we were wrong. We lost on that prediction.
Yeah, so
I'm fine with it though.
Yeah, so it's good to see Afreeca taking out their first win of the season. The dynamic of Pro League is going to be really interesting, especially with a strong team like CJ being at the bottom of the table.
Wow.